Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover off what to do when your Performance Max campaign just stops working or isn't getting you the results you want. Let's just get right into it. So Performance Max campaigns, for those of you that don't know, are where you can use a single campaign, basically be seen across all of Google Ads campaign types. So that includes Google Shopping, Google Search, Display, Discovery, Gmail, YouTube, all of those areas in a single campaign. Now, what you need to understand is that this campaign type uses AI, machine learning, to optimize for a particular event. Normally, for most people, either purchases or leads, but there could be anything in between. The key to having these work correctly is the tracking, the conversion tracking, must be set up correctly. Most of the time, if your Performance Max campaign just stops working, there's an issue with your tracking. That's the short answer. Most of the time, that's the problem. And most of the time, poor performance, it's also tracking. Like if your tracking isn't really working correctly, it doesn't have to be 100%. But if it's not working correctly or really massively underreporting or just flat out incorrect, how is it going to optimize for what you want? You're going to be feeding it bad data. It's going to give you a bad result. Now, for lead gen, I still do not like PMAX campaigns most of the time. For e-commerce, I find they work quite well most of the time. There are exceptions, but you can still use them for both. There's no reason why not. But for lead gen, I still find that using Google Search and other avenues still works better. Not that I do a lot of lead gen anymore, but for e-commerce, they work just fine. Now, in terms of if they're not working correctly and the tracking is working 100%, check if you're an e-commerce business. Check your Merchant Center account and make sure, or look in the diagnostics tab under products and see if you have any account issues in the Merchant Center, if you have any product level issues, particularly on your bestsellers. What I find a lot of the time is bestsellers either go out of stock. That might just be as simple as that. Your bestseller has gone out of stock, or a bunch of high selling products have gone out of stock. This can cause a lot of problems to your campaigns because it's gone, hey, this is where all the conversion value is coming from. Oh, we no longer have this available. The campaign has to go and find other products that sell, and they may not sell as well. So your return on ad spend may start tanking, and that often is the reason. So this is why you need to actually start digging into the detail of your campaigns, because if a bestseller or high selling product goes out of stock, and then it has to focus on other products that traditionally haven't sold as well, your return on ad spend is not going to be as high. It's as simple as that. So if that's the case, and it's a fixable problem, go and fix it. If not, you better get some stock in quickly, or you're going to have to wait and see. If that's the case, what you can do is you can increase your target ROAS, drop your budget a little bit, and massage it like that. So find the sweet spot in terms of budget and return on ad spend targets if you're an e-commerce business, or a target CPA if you are a lead gen business. And you can do that to try and basically go to Google, hey, you're overspending, overbidding, try and find some other products. Now, to be bulletproof in the long term there, you're going to want to have other campaigns set up, like Google search campaigns, potentially targeting your best sellers, or some dynamic search campaigns to do some prospecting, some broad match Google campaigns, and then some also more specific ones as well, going to product pages or more specific things. Particularly if you go to Insights tab in PMAX, you can grab your best-selling search terms and make campaigns with those. Now, making sure you're bulletproof also means adding some Google shopping campaigns. You really will likely only need one, and you may also have another PMAX campaign, or do this as a standard shopping, and that's for your zombie SKUs. So anything not being seen in your main campaigns, you want to pull them out of that campaign or leave them in there and put them in a new one to try and force the algorithm to get some data on those products. The reason we do that is that if we have more products selling, we can scale higher, and we can send PMAX more signals to go, hey, we also sell these products. These products may sell, find some buyers for them. And once it gets that data, it will get seen more in the main campaign as well. And it will just help you, I guess, become a better rounded business and a better advertiser. You can also have some demand gen campaigns in there for more top of funnel traffic. You can do some remarketing with display ads. Cold search ads really, I know a lot of people go, oh, search doesn't do top of funnel? Yes, it does. There's lots of top of funnel search terms that you can find. Top of funnel is, search is still very good for top of funnel traffic, which you can then remarket to down the track, either through other avenues like Meta ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, or just with other avenues of Google. PMAX also can go weird out of the blue, particularly if you were getting a lot of branded sales and then you remove or exclude the brand from the PMAX campaign, your return on ad spend and even sales may tank in a big way. May be a good thing for your business though, but what you're gonna have to do is you will have to try and force it to find new search terms. And if that happens, you may need to remove the target return on ad spend target you have and just go max conversion value, or even max conversions sometimes, to try and get it to get some new sales and new data. By doing this, you will make sure that the algorithm has enough bidding power and you'll go, hey, find me more customers. Another way to do this is, now you need to make sure you're uploading your customer match list, your customer list frequently. Depending on how many sales is how frequently, I recommend at least once a month. If you can do it once a week, it's even better if you're getting a lot of sales. And the reason you want to do that is you can also click the optimize for new customers and bid more for them. Or if you want to separate it and do it in its own campaign, you can have like a new customer acquisition only campaign, which will find new customers for you. But it needs to have that customer match list there. And ideally, you don't want to have a too restrictive return on ad spend target there either. And that will help you get more sales, right? And because and come up for new search terms, because you're going to be going to Google, hey, find me new people with new search terms. Now, if all of these things don't work, I recommend just lowering the budget, particularly if it's a return on ad spend tanking. Lower the budget right down and then slowly creep it back up once it stabilizes. Dropping a budget, I think, tells Google, hey, this isn't going to plan, we're going to spend less. So it will be more restrictive and find, some more bottom of funnel traffic and also bid less aggressively. If none of these things work, you may find you need to just focus on search campaigns, or you may need to move away from PMAX and go to standard shopping. I have had to do that with some client accounts because in certain countries, they don't let you add negative keywords, or they make it really difficult. Sometimes the performance just isn't there, and then you'll turn shopping back on and shopping goes really well, especially with the control of keywords and things like that. And then you probably want to focus a little bit on your product feed, and then the other campaign areas as well, like search. Don't underestimate search. I did a video recently on search campaigns. Weirdly, it got like very few views, but it's a very important video to try and diversify your traffic away from just PMAX, because PMAX is mainly shopping, and it will tend to skew and favor brand in it if you don't exclude it. And then quite often you do need to add negative keywords in there as well. So that's it, guys. That's how to, I guess, fix an underperforming or PMAX campaign that just isn't working. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will leave a cheat sheet below that I'm working on for PMAX. Issues in PMAX campaigns. I've got a lot of cheat sheets coming. And if you haven't already signed up to my newsletter, it's totally free. It gives you all the info of how I help businesses scale to 6, 7, and even 8 figures, e-commerce businesses with Google Ads. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.